Hello and welcome. I'm Yoga Mama Jess, coming live to you from a very new location, my new house in Ocala, Florida. So something that we might forget when it comes to moving, it's really hard and it's actually a really good workout, but it also might wake up some muscles that we forgot we had. So I want to call today's yoga practice Moving Day Movement. So we're going to start nice and slow and just give the entire body a really great stretch. So go ahead and join me all the way down on your mat. Extend your arms, extend your legs, and then roll all the way down. And once you reach the ground, just take a moment here, circle out the wrists, circle out the ankles, and then reverse the circle. Now, come into the center, grab your right knee, hug that right knee in, and if you didn't before, maybe circle the right ankle. If you hear that crackling, that's my ankle. And then just relax the foot. Now reach your right arm straight out to the side, left hand to your right knee, and just pull that right knee across the body. Now try to keep your right shoulder down on the ground, but go ahead and let your hip lift up. Maybe even turn your gaze to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, bring your knee back to center. Hug your knee in, and then bend your left knee. Place your foot down on the ground and cross the right ankle over your left knee. So maybe even press that knee forward just a little bit. Now both arms out to the sides. Inhale, breathe in deep. Exhale, drop both legs over to the left. Keep that right shoulder down. Maybe turn your gaze to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, both legs to the right. Keep that ankle on top of the knee. Look over the left shoulder. Good. Little gentle rocking motion, side to side. Breathing into the spine, starting to get into the outside of that hip. Then find your way back to the center. Hug your right knee into your chest, and then extend that leg all the way down. Take it to the other side. Hug the left knee in, and then again, maybe circle the ankle and reverse the circle. Relax your foot. Stretch the left arm straight out. Right hand to the outside of that left knee and pull that knee across the body. Ooh. This is such a great stretch for the outside of the hip. It gets into the glute and of course feels so good on that spine. Now find your way back to center. Hug the left knee in, bend your right knee, place that foot down on the ground, and then left ankle on top of the right knee. Maybe you press that left knee forward a little bit. Arms straight out to the sides. Inhale, breathe in deep. Exhale, gently rock both legs over to the right. Ooh, that feels so good. Inhale, legs back to center. Exhale, rock to the left. Couple more rounds here. Take it at your own pace. Good. One more time to each side. Breathe into that great twist in the spine. Come back to center. This time hug both knees into your chest and just rock it side to side, giving that spine a great little massage. Come back to center. Now let's rock it forward and back. So rock it up and roll it back. Just starting to move the body. Take one more, rock it back, roll it up, and then just find your way into a table pose. Bring your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. Keep your gaze looking down to the ground and then slide those shoulders down away from your ears. Finding our cat and cow. With your next inhale, drop your belly, turn your gaze up, tailbone goes up. Exhale, round your spine, chin to your chest, tuck your tail. Inhale, open up. Exhale, rounding cat stretch, also known as moving muscles. Keep going with your breath. Now, maybe on your next inhale, you look over your right shoulder, send your hips to the right. Exhale, rounding the spine. And then inhale, hips to the left, look over the left shoulder. Exhale, round. Just finding what feels good, stretching that body in all different directions. Please take one more round. Exhale, round the spine, cat stretch. And find your way back to your table. Getting into those shoulders. With your next inhale, reach the right arm forward. Circle the arm up. Exhale, circle the arm back. And release it down. Good, other side. Remember, these first couple might feel a little creaky, but I promise the shoulder's going to warm up really quick. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, circle back and down. Alternating sides. So not only is this a really great stretch for the shoulder, great rotational movement for that shoulder joint, but it's also a good way to stretch those chest muscles. Please take one more shoulder circle on each side. From here, bring those knees together, feet touching. Sink your hips back to your heels. Taking a few breaths here in your child's pose. Now, with our knees together in child's pose, that offers a little more rounding in the spine. You can keep your arms out in front of you. Maybe take prayer hands at the back of your neck for a little tricep stretch. And of course, if you've got some tight shoulders, just bring your arms down next to your legs, releasing through the shoulders. Feel free to close your eyes here and just take these next few moments to really follow that breath. As you inhale, feel that breath move down your spine, into your lower back, into your hips. And then on your exhale, let it all go. Now reach your arms out in front of you. Keep your big toes touching, but bring your knees as wide as your mat. And then sink it down once again into your child's pose, getting a little more stretch in the spine. From here, finding that breath as we move into our modified lion's pose. With your next inhale, lift up, shift forward, drop those hips, press your heart through your arms. Exhale, release. Sink your hips back to your heels. Again, inhale, lifting up, shifting forward, and just like the shoulders, it might take a couple rounds before the body warms up in this really great stretch that we like to call a modified lion's pose. Drop your hips, open your heart. Now keep moving just like this, or maybe add a little more movement. On your inhale, come forward and then drop your feet to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Exhale, sink it back. Inhale, shift forward, feet to the left. Look over the left shoulder. And sink it back. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to do yoga. You know you're doing yoga right when it feels good. I always say you want to feel something, but you don't want to feel any pain. You don't want to be forcing yourself to move in a certain way. Just let the body be nice and fluid as it starts to open up, releasing through all of those tight muscles. And now, sink your hips back to your heels. Child's pose, keeping your knees nice and wide for that spinal stretch. Or knees close together to get a little more rounding in the spine, where we feel this stretch a little bit more in our lower back. Now from here, walk your hands forward, really spread your fingers, plant your palms. Tuck your toes. With your next inhale, lift those hips to our first downward facing dog. And I promise we will not be heavy on the downward dogs today, so really enjoy this dog. Maybe walk out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Bring your heels back towards your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, gently lower down to your knees and take a table pose. Now pivot your right foot back behind you. Extend your left leg straight out and reach your left arm up. This is a modified side plank. Really press down through the right hand, reach up through those right fingertips. And then if you'd like a little balance, go ahead and lift that left leg up. Now maybe you reach the left arm overhead. Breathe into that nice long stretch from left fingertips to your left toes. And my favorite in this pose is to bend the knee, reach back, find your foot, and then press that foot into the palm of your hand. Really open up through the front side of the shoulder, the front side of the left hip and thigh. Now gently release that foot. Inhale, extend your arm, extend your leg. Exhale, left foot down, and then just come up. Oops, I lost my head. Come up to standing on your right knee and left foot, and then reach out through those left fingertips. Left hand down, right arm overhead. Gate pose. Roll that right shoulder open. Breathe into that nice opening in the right ribs. Also a great stretch through the left leg. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, release, shoulder roll. And then let's just take it to the other side. Start by bringing your left hand down. Extend your right leg out. Right arm up. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you lift that right foot off the ground. Reach the right arm overhead. So this is a great stretch right here from right fingertips to right toes. And then of course, if you'd like that stretch for the front side of the body, bend the knee, grab your foot, and then press that foot into the palm of your hand. Now if you've got your foot, gently release. Inhale, extend your arm, extend your leg. Exhale, drop that right foot down. Come up to center, and then reaching through the right fingertips, right hand down, left arm overhead. Roll that left shoulder open. Really reach through your fingertips, but at the same time, slide that shoulder down and back. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, release, slide the right knee in, nice big shoulder roll. And then have a seat, nothing fancy. Come back down onto your mat. Scoot up to the front of your mat, extend your arms, extend your legs. One more little bit for that core as we slowly, slowly roll all the way down. And then once you reach the ground, extend the arms overhead. Breathe into this nice full body stretch. We're going to take one more hip pose. This is one of my favorites. Bend your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. I know we already did this today. But press that right knee forward. Now this might be where you stay, but if you'd like a little more, reach up. Clasp your hands behind your left leg, and then rest your head back down on your mat. Now, if you have some tightness here and your head is off the ground, or you have to like really drop your head back to reach the ground, maybe next time try sliding a block or a pillow underneath that head. I promise it will just feel so comfortable. So pull those legs in towards you. Really breathe into the outside of that right hip. And then from here, bring both legs to the left. This is a really small movement, just an inch or so, but you're going to feel it a little bit more in the outside of that right hip. Bring the legs back to center, hug them in a little bit more. Exhale, release, left foot down. Right foot down, crossing your left ankle. Ooh, this is my tight hip. Crossing your left ankle over that right knee. Press that knee forward. Again, stay here. Maybe you reach up. Clasp your hands behind the right leg. And then rest your head back down as you pull those legs in towards you. And then stay here, or maybe drop both legs over to the right. Just an inch or so. It's a very small movement, but you'll feel it really great in the outside of that left hip. And come back to center. Uncross the left ankle, hug both knees into your chest. Rock it side to side. Find your way back to center, grab on behind your knees and rock yourself up to a nice seated pose. Take a couple shoulder rolls. These feel good at any time, moving or not. Rest your hands on your knees. Maybe bring your hands to your heart. I'd like to thank you so very much for joining me for Moving Day Movement. I hope your body feels really great. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, namaste.